Good evening, gentlemen. Lawrence of Asia coming at you once again from Seoul, South Korea. And this evening I want to talk to you all about the importance of living your ideal life now, not postponing what it is you want to do till tomorrow. Now, there's two schools of thought in this. There's the importance of delayed gratification, gentlemen. And I'm not stating here that one ought not to make use of delayed gratification. It is important to work hard on things and to put your effort into them to then later reap your reward, right? That absolutely is vital in reaching a higher caliber of life, etc., etc. However, I see so many people buying into the idea that they have to wait to travel. And the honest truth of it is, gentlemen, you don't really need very much money whatsoever. The real important thing is that it is what you want above all else. Now, I use travel, gentlemen, because for me, that's who I am. If you're on this channel, it's my hope that I can inspire you to travel. For me, I have not gained more, I have not received more from any single thing more so than traveling the world. It set me right in so many ways. It opened my eyes in so many ways. And I feel that I got the absolute greatest education possible as a result of traveling the world. Meeting people from every country you can imagine and really grasping what world it is that I live in, that we live in, gentlemen, as opposed to just being spoon-fed reality through the news channels, gentlemen. And so, like I said, I see so many of my even good friends who really believe they need to wait in order to travel. And I think, there's a couple of different things. One is that people live in constant fear of having nothing, right? People live in fear of reaching the bottom and being desolate in society, actually getting to the very, very bottom, and then not being able to work their way back up out of that, gentlemen. Where, let's say you spend all your money, maybe you're in debt a bit, and you're just at rock bottom in society. Maybe you're almost homeless, or you got to depend on friends and family. Now, yes, you want to be sustainable, and you do not want to basically be just an absolute taker. However, gentlemen, I do believe that the universe certainly does support this travel that I'm talking about, this depth of experience where you're more or less on a spiritual journey, or you're on your path to travel, gentlemen. The universe will support that. Now, your currency, it's not just in the form of the money that you have, right? It's also in the currency, the frequency that you emit, gentlemen. If you can radiate and maintain a very high frequency, everything that you need will come to you. Everything that you do not carry, gentlemen, will be carried for you. The universe works in such ways, gentlemen, for those who radiate at a high frequency. So, first off, gentlemen, if whatever it is in this life that you truly wish to do, be sure that you want it within your heart more than anything else in the world, and then just choose it. And if you choose it, you say, I'm going to do this. Don't put it off for 2 months. Don't put it off for 2 years. Say, how am I going to do this in 2 weeks? No, I'm going to do this in 2 weeks. I'm doing this. And you may find, I'm doing this in 10 days, right? I'm doing this. I'm buying my ticket. I'm going. And life can happen very fast like that. Life can fast forward, and all the pieces can come together when you decide, gentlemen. The universe will conspire to help you with that. But in regards to finances, gentlemen, let me just break it down for you a little bit if you've stayed with me this long. If you make it to Central and South America, or if you make it to Southeast Asia, I kid you not, gentlemen, I've had my own private room with Wi-Fi and a nice balcony. Not the prettiest room, not the greatest room, but plenty of girls were happy to come back there with me. And I've got plenty of rooms like this, but I had this one particular room in Chiang Mai, Thailand, that was in the center of the old town at the intersection. I had this awesome balcony where I could see everyone walking at this one major intersection. I would meet at least 10 various, very eclectic, interesting folks every single day. Artistic folks, travelers, beautiful women. Every single morning, every single day, just from my balcony, and just, coming down and invite people up, this, that, and the other. And you know how much I paid, gentlemen? I paid just 99 baht per day, which at the time equated to exactly $3 a day, right? So if you can afford $3 a day, it's $90 a month. That is possible in Southeast Asia, and I'm really not kidding with you, gentlemen. It's totally, totally possible. So now, can you book that online? No, you can't book it online. You have to find it in person, and you might have to look around a bit, and you might have to negotiate a lot, but I booked that place for the month, and I got it for $3 a day. I told them, you know what, I'm going to also buy food in your restaurant at least every other day, every day or every other day. And I did. And they gave me amazing Thai food for, $1 to $2. So, yeah, I'm really trying to paint a picture here, gentlemen, for you, like how affordable it can be and how convenient it is to travel Southeast Asia. Many hostels can be had, again, for like $3 to $5 a day. Now, you can spend $10 a day, but you don't have to, gentlemen. Some of the coziest hostels and coziest places that I've stayed for just a handful of dollars, and a lot of times this includes free breakfast as well. So you can get by. Let's just put a number on it. You can live in Southeast Asia and even travel between the various countries. And I would say, yeah, you might be a little bit tight with your money. Like you might not eat every single meal out. You might buy a lot of fruit and just have one meal out every day, and then the rest of your food just fruit from the market. You could live well and you'd have your own scooter as well. You could rent a scooter for the month, your gasoline, whatever. You can live well for $600 or less in Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, these three places. Easily, gentlemen, easily. Same thing goes for Malaysia as well, and probably the Philippines. So $600 a month is not a lot of money. Now, you got to be wise with your money. You want to book your air flights like ahead of time and so forth. But it is possible. Now, you get up into $800 range, you're living pretty well. You get up to $1,000 and $1,200, you're probably living like the top 3 to 5% in the entire city. No joke, right? Like in Chiang Mai, for instance, right? Now, that doesn't apply to Bangkok. I don't recommend Bangkok. But the islands in the south of Thailand, as well as north of Thailand, Chiang Mai and Pai, two of my favorite places in the world. Da Nang, Vietnam, Hoi An, two other places that are some of my absolute favorites. And then Bali, Indonesia. Pardon me. These are just a handful of places. Now, if you do go to Japan or Korea, China, or if you're maybe located in Kuala Lumpur and you want to live a little nicer, yeah, you could spend a bit more money. You could spend $2,000 a month and you'd live pretty well. You want to live really well, maybe $4,000 a month, right? But you could live on, again, you can still live on $1,200 a month. So I don't know how helpful that will be or for whom that might be helpful. But also, guys, you can go to booking.com, look for places in various cities around the world. You can go to hostelworld.com, where you can see various hostels. You can see the photos and the reviews, and you can see what you might pay if you were in various places, and that's very helpful, hostelworld.com. You've got couchsurfing.com, which is a website where you can actually stay with people for free. However, I don't recommend it so much because it just, I think the trade-off for the time is not really worth it. The back and forth. It's easier just to book places. Pardon me, gentlemen. And then if you really want to, gentlemen, you could also travel with a Hennessy hammock like I have here. This brand is not actually a Hennessy hammock, but this is a hammock, right? It's like 1.5 pounds. And I can set this up anywhere in the world. It's got a built-in bug net with a zipper. Set it up on the beach in Hawaii. I can set it up on the beaches in Thailand, Japan. Doesn't matter where. And as long as it's quite warm, it is absolutely an epic way to travel. And it's free, gentlemen. You can camp for free. I've stayed in the national parks, Yosemite National Parks, and others for absolutely free. And you could set up anywhere. Go to sleep. The sun rises. You take it down. You can hitchhike, gentlemen. I hitchhiked with somewhere around 800 plus people. Paid next to nothing ever for my travel when I was hitchhiking. So you've got hitchhiking. You've got camping, right? You've got sailboats where you can work as a chef or a helper, a deckhand, as they say, and you can hop continents, gentlemen. So there's always a way, right? You just would need to get to a port. You need to find, get online, and there's various websites you can get on where you can secure places. You can secure your place on a boat where you can, hop from continent to continent. I've mentioned in another video, I had a friend from Barbados, and she was a chef. She basically went with the gentleman from San Francisco to Australia via sailboat for free, right? And she worked as a chef, and that's how she got a ride over to Australia. So, gentlemen, these are just some ideas, and there's the other, which is with the flight tickets, gentlemen. I would recommend you go to skyscanner.com, and that's where you book all your flights from. Now, gentlemen, I want to give you a couple different scenarios here, right? As you're progressing through your 20s, you do want to be building your skill set, and you do want to always be learning, and you do also want to be building a business and developing skills that can allow you to be sustainable and financially free, right? However, it's not necessary to be totally financially free per se in order to travel. Where there's a will, there's a way.